Good morning, my friends. Welcome to this episode of Heal Your Codependency. I'm Marshall Berkshire. I'm your guide in restoring safety, connection, and self-worth in your life so you can go out and build the relationships, build the purpose and satisfaction you desire in your life. Today, we're going to continue with the 4 sabotages. Today's part 2. We're going to be talking about the wrong understanding or having the wrong knowledge and how that leads us to feeling to failure, number one, in trying to get our goals accomplished, or to accomplish healing, or to discover change in our world. And two, it leaves us believing that we can't heal. We think we're the issue, we're the problem, when it's actually we don't have the right knowledge in place for the thing that we are addressing. So we're going to jump into that right now because, intros be darned. So let's do it. So, in my experience, I encountered a number of false ideas around codependency, around trauma, around actual healing, around who I am, what it means to have worth, to what it means to have safety, to connection, to compatibility. A lot of this was taught to me growing up. A lot of it was conveyed to me, especially around trauma and codependency, was conveyed to me through therapists, through self-help books, through a lot of information that I was consuming over the years in hopes to find something that could help ease my shame, my pain, my distress, my insecurity, my fears. I was taught specifically with codependency, like several times with therapists, even prominent ones now, teach that it is a disease that I'd have to live with. It was my identity. It was an addiction. And I couldn't actually heal from it. It was something I had to learn how to cope with. I had to learn coping skills with the thing, which means I had to live with it. I had to become like my shadow. And that was very, very discouraging and very, very scary. And it left me feeling hopeless. It left me feeling flawed and shameful and disgusting. And I withdrew from friendships and relationships. I didn't engage with life. I didn't pursue things that mattered to me. I sabotaged opportunities because, hey, I might be exposed as the awful person I feel I am, that kind of thing. So this kind of view of codependency trapped me in codependency. And it led me to a lot of hopelessness and a lot of desperation. Then one day, I discovered and started learning about the freeze response in the body, and then later on the fawn response. And at this point in time, I'd already been doing training in trauma and releasing it, and I'd been gaining some traction in healing my own anxiety and shame. When I learned about the fawn response, I could see how it was actually the cause of codependency rather than codependency being the problem I had to address. Instead, it was fawning that I needed to understand, look at, and learn how to work with, learn how to soothe, learn how to disengage, find out what happens after that's going on in my nervous system. And what I started to discover is that with this right knowledge, I actually started getting the right results, the results I was looking for. I started doing less people-pleasing at that point, started doing a lot less perfectionism. It's like, hey, I'm going to make a mistake. I'm going to live with it. It's all good. I'm safe. People don't like it or they're upset. We can have a discussion about it. They are also, can be responsible for their emotions and regulate it. I don't have to do that. I stopped trying to fix myself and fixing others. I started to see problems as opportunities for understanding what was really going on, what the need is behind the problem, behind the pain, behind the behavior that was problematic. Started connecting deeper to my own emotional awareness and seeing that I actually wasn't flawed. I wasn't shameful. I wasn't a problem. That my body was having a very legitimate response to the environment it grew up in. It's my family system, the culture I grew up in, very, very narcissistic, very cold, very oriented around compliance and obedience and force. And those things were very, very scary to me. This is the impact of having right knowledge. So in your healing work with codependency, trauma, or in relationships, or in money, or in health, it's important for us to become curious about the knowledge we're gaining and seeing what it does when we apply it. Because there's one signal that I look for frequently with knowledge. When I apply it and I put it to work, does it expand my understanding of it? Does it create results that stick around? Does it reduce pain, increase peace over time? And further, and most of all, does it point me towards myself in a way that is loving and kind rather than shaming me, putting me down, making me who I am the problem? These are the signals I look for in right knowledge. Because right knowledge isn't about shaming us, putting us down, harming us. It's about clarifying a concept. And what's really cool about right knowledge is it's also evolutionary. It evolves with new findings, new discoveries, new research. And so it changes based on what we're learning about that topic, which means when you learn right knowledge, you're also being encouraged to be curious, to be open to what else is possible, and to discover for yourself your own lived reality with that knowledge, what its claims are, so that you can properly plot your own work, your own healing, your own life and destiny that way. So right knowledge, my friends, that's what we need to be looking for. Knowledge that expands our understanding of what's going on, that empowers results that we can get, that's evolvable, that it evolves with new knowledge, new discoveries, new understanding. And that fundamentally, it doesn't blame us, it doesn't shame us, doesn't put us down. Instead, it helps us understand the problem and the cause of the symptom or problem we're dealing with, and then connects us to right tools and practices and supports that can get us through to a different result for our world. This is why I work very hard on the knowledge that I teach. I review my courses once a year and update them. Some of the courses I update 2 or 3 times a year. Sometimes in the middle of the course, I do a big update because I've learned something new. I've learned something that's more efficient, more effective, more close to, truth. I don't claim that my knowledge or what I teach is absolute truth. I don't know if it is. I don't know that anybody could actually claim that. But I do know that it's effective for the majority of people out there, and those it's not effective to. We inquire why, so that we can build and expand that understanding. Is it the knowledge? Is it the concept? Is it how it's taught? Or is it a tool? Or is it a practice? Is it a particular kind of support they need? That's what we start looking at. Right knowledge empowers us to expand our understanding consistently and reliably, also constantly. It wants us to learn more. And right knowledge does not, again, apply as an absolute truth. Instead, it's curious. It's open and it's available. It doesn't shame you, and it can lead you to creating results that last for you. So, my friends, in your work and in your healing work, your exploration in life, when you're learning new things, look to see how that knowledge is impacting your life positively. Look how it regards you as a human being, and see if it's trying to make absolute claims or if it does invite curiosity. Hey, this is what we've learned so far. Here's the impacts this is creating. Let's see what else is possible. So that is how I work to teach in the Codependency Healing System and my other courses that I teach. And speaking about the Codependency Healing System, annual enrollment is open right now for that course. That course is a 9-month journey. We take from August of 2023 through May of 2024, so technically 10 months. And you are going to be guided by me through live and recorded classes on how to increase safety emotionally, relationally, and physically in your life, how to increase real self-worth that's found within you, that guide you, that inspires you, that connects you to your brilliance, and how to build real lasting connection with yourself and with others through friendship, through community, and romantic relationships. That's what we do in the Codependency Healing System, because nurturing those 3 necessities of safety, connection, and self-worth eliminates our need to be codependent to get those needs met. Instead, it's like, I know how to create safe relationships. I know how to connect with someone without giving myself up. I know how to nurture my own emotional safety. I know how to reduce my pain and increase my peace. I know how to care for shame and guilt that shows up. Things like that. This empowers us to feel more confident, more at peace, more available to our life, because Through the process of nurturing connection, safety, and self-worth, we are disengaging that fawn response, and we're increasing our connection to our own power, our own identity, the identity we choose. Not because identity is fun. We choose it. We build our own sense of self. And we discover that through our own experiences. And we build connection in our life. That's how we heal codependency. So come join us. The link is above on Facebook, below on YouTube, on my front page at healyourcodependency.com. Enrollment ends August 12th. I'm only accepting 75 people. 46 spots are available, so it's going to sell out here. So jump in. I've got a lot of different payment options you can choose from. We're here to support you in your healing. So come join us for that. Otherwise, my friends, let me know what you gained from today's episode, what questions you have in the comments below. Thank you for showing up and being a part of my world, and I will see you guys in our next episode. Bye-bye.